Welcome to another episode of The Wave. My name is Adam.
My name's Nick. Welcome aboard.
How are you, Nick?
I'm great.
Yeah?
Yes.
Why? Why so great?
Because it's the weekend. We're recording podcasts.
Friday night.
What
We're
more
a day later than we normally are.
could you want?
Not a lot. Life's pretty happy at the minute.
Talk about some news,
Views,
and
Netflix
then
reviews.
we'll get stuck into a movie which you can hear on
My glasses are steaming up.
Thursday.
It's warm.
Well,
It's warm in here.
have that effect.
How's your week been?
My week's been good.
Yeah?
1 week nearer to Christmas.
Finished? You ready?
Am I finished?
Finished for Christmas?
No.
Finished Christmas shopping? That's what I meant.
I've purchased it. It's not all arrived with me yet.
I had my last thing come today,
Okay.
so I'm done.
That is well ahead of time.
I know, I'm good. I'm well organised. I've even got wrapping paper.
I can see.
It's got avocados on.
Yeah.
Don't know why, but it has.
It's the traditional festive avocado.
Why not?
The fruit of Christmas.
Is it?
Yeah.
Was that not like a clementine or cranberry? I can't wear my glasses. They're steaming up.
No, it's definitely the avocado. Always has been.
Cool. Oh, I was trying to make an avocado Christmas bun, but there wasn't one there. Have you got any gossip for me? Have you been doing anything fun to talk about?
What have I done that is fun? I have watched a few Christmas movies.
Oh, cool.
Um,
Unintentionally or forced to because you didn't want to leave a room?
no, I didn't like just, whoa, I've fallen in front of a Christmas movie. I
watched Home Alone 2 the other week.
Oh, yes.
I enjoyed it. Because it's one of the best.
When we start getting into the news,
yeah,
I've got some Home Alone related news.
Oh, look, we're so seamless these days. It's brilliant.
My children, I think one of them definitely for the first time, and one for the first time to be old enough to really get into it, watched Elf.
Oh, right, okay.
They really enjoyed it.
Did they? Good.
Yeah.
It's a more modern one, but it's it's becoming a traditional one, isn't it?
And actually, another one that we watched last weekend, I think it was, Polar Express.
Oh, yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
Because you remember how, like, state of the art?
It was all CG, wasn't it?
That is. Yeah, it doesn't look...
It's not holding up?
It looks a bit odd now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen it. Maybe I've seen it when it first came out.
It's a bit of an odd film anyway, because, like,
Tom
Tom Hanks
Hanks. It
plays,
is Tom
like,
Hanks,
6 characters, all with exactly the same voice.
Oh,
And-
strange.
But-
No, I've only watched that's apart from the film we're doing on Thursday.
Yeah.
I've only watched Home Alone 2, I think.
What film are we doing on Thursday?
We're doing The Holiday Calendar.
Sure.
It's a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
It's a proper Christmas movie. Is it? I don't know if it fits into my definition of Christmas movie. I think it does.
It's all Christmas all the time.
It's about Christmas.
It's
So it's therefore a
95
Christmas
minutes of
chintzy Christmas bullshit.
Oh, Christmas.
Let's not give any spoilers away for Thursday.
pure Christmas. Come
It is pure
back
Christmas.
here on Thursday and we will talk about The Holiday Calendar, which is a Netflix original, I
It
believe.
is, I think so.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That surely will bring you back on Thursday to hear.
Yes, I'm sure. Why would you not
Thoughts
want to
on
listen to two almost middle-aged men talking about a holiday movie? Why would you not? Are we almost middle-aged? Probably. Feel it.
Depends when we die.
That's a good point. You've thrown me now. Should we do some Netflix news?
Yeah, sure. I haven't asked you if you had a good week.
Yeah. I've had a decent week this week.
Okay.
Enjoyed myself. I went to the cinema last night.
Oh,
Should I
lovely.
start there or should we do that
Yeah,
later?
yeah, go for it.
I went to watch Spider-Man.
Oh, cool.
No Way Home. Excellent.
You obviously can't spoil anything.
I'm not. I don't even want to change the tone of voice.
You could spoil it for me because I wouldn't care because I probably won't get to cinema to see it. But for people
not
who
spoiling-
listen,
I'm not spoiling anything. I'm not even going to change.
Did you
my
have a good
tone of voice.
time?
I had a very good time. It was the fullest I've seen a cinema in probably 2 or 3 years.
okay.
And I probably the last time I'm going to see one full of the way things are going. But yeah, it's excellent. It feels like Marvel are back.
Okay.
I think I would say it's the best Marvel film since Endgame.
I think that's
fair.
what people were looking for.
And I think that's what they've achieved.
Not unreasonably.
I saw somebody on Twitter today said that Tom Holland should get an Oscar nomination. That ain't happening.
Eh.
That's not happening. If that happens, I don't know what I'll do, but I love the guy, but he ain't getting an Oscar nomination for that. Should we do some Netflix news?
I would suggest that's quite unrealistic.
Yeah. He's good in it. He ain't getting an Oscar.
We're not doing Netflix news first. No, we're doing.
Okay.
we're doing
What are we doing first?
We're doing movie news.
Okay, movie news.
Should we start with Home Alone?
Yep.
There's a really cool video which you can watch. It's come from Wired.
Okay,
We can put the link in our Discord.
let's do it.
It's about 20 minutes long,
All right.
and it is a proper trauma surgeon breaking down every injury in Home Alone 1 and 2.
No way.
And it's really entertaining.
Oh, that is really
She
entertaining.
sits and watches the what would you call them, battle scenes?
Yeah, I guess
from both movies, and rates sort of how injured the two burglars.
Surely those two burglars in real life die many times over in those films.
So I would recommend watching the video.
I
It is entertaining, but I will give a spoiler. She basically says, I always get which one's Marv is Joe Pesci's Harry, isn't he?
Yeah.
So the first slip in the first Home Alone, where he gets up 2 stairs,
Yeah.
and then gets some real airtime and lands on his spine.
Yeah.
Pretty much says, I'm not sure someone would be walking after that.
Oh, really?
That's the first one.
Wow.
The first fall in the first Home Alone.
I'm going to watch this tonight after you've gone. It sounds very entertaining.
It is funny.
Have you ever seen the video that's also on YouTube of Home Alone with blood?
Yes.
And somebody's edited like blood spatter into
Yeah.
it. That's really entertaining as well. It makes it a very different film.
Yeah, sure.
Very, very different film. Cool. That's good. I'll put the link in the Discord. So come and join us in the Discord if you want to see that.
Yeah,
Or just look for it on YouTube.
yeah, exactly.
It's not like we own it.
Yes, it's trauma surgeon breaks down every Home Alone injury.
Cool.
You've got 20 minutes. It's worth your time, I would suggest.
Excellent. I will do that.
Trailers.
Trailers.
There's been a few trailers out this week for some quite interesting / absolutely bonkers movies.
Okay, cool.
The first one I want to talk about is a movie called Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Okay, that sounds fun.
You'll like this.
Okay.
Because it's like all timey-wimey
I do love a timey-wimey film.
loops and multiple universes and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
It stars Michelle Yeoh.
Yeah.
And
This cast list is amazing.
yeah, it's the guy who wrote and directed Swiss Army Man. If you remember that
That's a
movie
great
a
film.
few
I do
years ago
remember that
with
movie.
Daniel Radcliffe.
That's a really good film. Check that
The
out.
sort
if you've
of-
not seen it.
Survivor meets Weekend at Bernie's film.
Yeah. That's a great way to describe it.
I think that's all I can do.
Yeah. I can't.
If that's a great
can't beat
tease
that.
for it, sure.
Yeah, I can't beat that. It's a great way to describe it.
You've got Jamie Lee Curtis is in it as
I
well.
was just reading the cast list and you like all these like, is it Korean or Japanese?
It's American.
Oh, is
but
it?
It's a
The cast is
chiefly
very-
Asian cast.
The cast is very Asian, and then Jamie Lee Curtis's name's just
Yeah.
at the bottom.
Michelle Yeoh is the lead. She plays Evelyn Wang, who is a Chinese-American woman just trying to get her taxes done. But she ends up being recruited into a battle over the multiverse and has to tap into the memories and skills of her alternate selves.
Wow.
So she is just an office worker. You should go and watch the trailer. It looks really fun. Who then gets sort of pulled through dimensions. She learns kung fu. She's mixed up with gangsters. She's trying to save the world.
Oh, all right.
It looks bonkers.
Ki Hoi Kwan's in it.
Really fun.
Ki Hoi Kwan's in it.
Yeah.
He was Data in the Goonies.
Yes.
That's mental.
He was in. I might mention this on the show before. There was a Netflix movie out right at the start of this year or last year called Finding Ahana,
Okay.
which is basically a Hawaiian version of the Goonies, and he's
I
in
don't know if
that.
I've seen that. Is he really?
Mm.
I,
It's good. It's fun,
genuinely
fun
didn't know he
movie.
was still working.
Yeah.
And James Hong's in it. Apparently got 600 credits on IMDb. According to this, 600 credits. That's some heavy work.
Sure it is.
Cool. Yeah, we'll check that out. That sounds
Everything,
fun.
everywhere, all at once.
Is it Netflix or just?
No,
random
this
movie?
is just general movies.
Okay, we're just doing general movies.
I did say that at the start.
You did, yeah. I didn't know how far down the list.
I'll tell you
Netflix
when we
stuff.
change.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
It comes into theatres end of March.
Excellent. I look forward to that one.
Another exciting trailer.
I've seen this trailer.
So have I.
You can't miss this trailer.
Is for Nicolas Cage's upcoming movie, The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, in which Nicolas Cage plays Nicolas Cage, and he is hired by a very rich man to come and be Nicolas Cage for the weekend.
Yeah.
And
Make a public appearance.
scrapes ensue. I didn't realise, because obviously we'd heard about this movie quite some time ago.
Yeah, a while back.
Because it's a mental idea.
Yeah.
I kind of just presumed with those couple of lines we heard, Nicolas Cage is playing Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
And all weird stuff's going to happen. That it was kind of going to be a bit...
Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, B-movie.
Yeah, B movie. No other stars in there.
But actually, this has got a proper cast.
That's got a proper
and
cast.
it looks like a proper movie.
Yeah.
Pedro Pascal.
I would argue that he's probably one of the most famous actors in the world. At the
Yeah.
moment.
Is gonna be the straight man, I guess.
I guess so, yeah.
He plays the rich millionaire who
Yeah.
hires Cage. Sharon Horgan, Lily Sheen, Neil Patrick Harris,
He's everywhere at the minute as well.
Yeah.
He's in the new Matrix film, isn't he?
Tiffany Haddish. Go and check out the trailer because it looks like a lot of fun.
It does.
And
it looks really great fun.
I expect Nicolas Cage to just be off the hook for 2 hours.
You can't make a film like that and not let him off the hook, can you? You've just got to let him go. And just go as much as you can. Pretty full. That's got to be full on Cage. It's exciting. It's coming soon as well, isn't it? April 22nd.
Yeah.
It's not that long away.
It's not that long.
It is not.
Right, we can start Netflix news.
Excellent. We do like Netflix.
We mentioned last week stop motion.
Yep, we did.
Because of Henry Selick's film that's coming to Netflix.
Yeah.
And then we said, we quite like stop motion. It takes ages to do. You don't see much of it.
You don't, it's
true.
true.
You can see more quite soon.
Oh, excellent.
Because Netflix has released a trailer. Again, I highly recommend you spend 2 minutes to watch this trailer.
I will do that.
Because this show looks creepy as anything. It is called The House.
Creepy stop motion, is that what you're saying?
Yes.
That's a bit of me.
And it's an anthology movie with 3 separate stories that all take place in this house over its lifetime.
Oh, okay.
So there's different tenants coming in and out.
That's a good idea.
Now, one of the reasons I find the trailer so creepy is that all the characters seem to be anthropomorphized animals.
Well done.
Thanks. With big eyes, creeping around in weird staticky stop motion. Yeah, so there's three mini stories in the movie. First one takes place in the past and traces the story of a poor family and their children who move into the house when it is offered to them by a wealthy benefactor. The second is set in the 21st century and follows a rat who is a property developer. He plans on renovating the house and making a profit, but his sale is disrupted by the unexpected arrival of some guests. And the final story, set in the future, is about an optimistic cat who wants to restore the lost glory of the house, but her plans go awry due to some strange happenings.
This sounds awesome.
It looks really creepy. It's coming really soon because you can watch it on Netflix globally on the 14th of January.
Get that in your diary, people. It's going in mine.
The House.
Definitely. That sounds awesome. I'm looking forward to that.
Me too. Next, we have got some news about Spike Lee.
Oh, yeah.
He has signed a deal with Netflix.
Oh, okay. Well, his last film was on Netflix, wasn't it?
It was, The Five Bloods.
Yeah.
A multi-year deal to produce and direct stuff for Netflix, which I think is really good. I mean, The Five Bloods was critically acclaimed, wasn't it?
Yeah, really. Well, I never did get to see it, but it really was.
Did you know he produced a movie that we've done on our show?
Really?
Yeah, he was produced See You Yesterday.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah.
If I did know that, I've forgotten it.
I can't remember if we mentioned that. It was a long time ago.
It was.
I feel like I'm surprised to find that out.
That's the winner of season 2, 3, 4. Was it 4?
Somewhere around
one
there.
of them. 3, I think.
Yeah, as part of the deal, Spike Lee will direct and produce movies via his production company.
Oh, it's exciting.
Yeah.
Doesn't make many bad films, old Spike.
No, I think that's fair.
Somebody name me a bad Spike Lee film. Come at me.
Someone else who has signed a first look deal with Netflix is your favourite musical artist. I know that.
Really?
Megan Thee Stallion.
Megan Thee Stallion?
Yeah.
I can honestly tell you, Nicholas, I've never
Really?
ever heard of that person in my life.
She's a rapper.
She's a horse? Is she a horse?
It
sounds like a name from BoJack Horseman.
You will know at least one of her songs
We're like that.
that she did with Cardi B.
I don't even know what a Cardi B is. What's that?
It's what you wear when it's cold. You'll know the song WAP.
I've heard of the song WAP.
Oh, they did that.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Okay. She sounds like a lovely person. She signed with Netflix.
Yeah, she signed a first look deal with Netflix. She's currently a judge on a HBO Max reality competition show, and she has guest starred on The Good Girls. But yeah, she says that I'm thrilled about this partnership with Netflix. I've always had a passion for telling creative and entertaining stories. Can't wait to bring all my ideas to life and for all my hotties to watch.
Oh, Jesus. What? Is that what she calls her fans?
Yeah. Are you not a hottie?
I am a hottie, obviously, but I'm not one of hers.
She's one of Time's most influential people of 2020. How dare you not have heard of Megan Thee Stallion?
Well, I'm not one of Time's most influential people. So that's how.
We talk many weeks about how Netflix has picked up a movie from elsewhere.
Yeah.
Particularly through the pandemic, where a lot of releases have missed the cinema.
Yes.
and gone straight to streaming.
Yeah, there's quite a few, wasn't
Well, how about we reverse that? Because Netflix have ditched a movie.
there? Oh, right, okay.
They are no longer going to be producing and distributing Awkwafina and Sandra Oh's new movie.
Oh, right.
Because they put it back on the market and it's been bought by Disney.
It's been brought by Disney.
Yeah.
So they've let something go and Disney have picked it up.
Yeah.
Wow, that's big.
It is a comedy. It is as yet untitled.
There has to be a comedy with those two in, surely.
The synopsis says the film follows a brilliant but pedantic young woman, that's Awkwafina, who has to reunite with her train wreck of a sister to come up with money to cover their mother's gambling debts. They embark on a cross-country journey to win cash in the only way they can think. Now, what do you think the only way they could think to win this cash is?
Win it?
Yeah.
Gambling?
Kind of.
Horse racing?
You'd have been closer, or indeed correct, if you'd have said turn Awkwafina's character into a Jeopardy champion.
Jeopardy champion?
Yeah.
Nice.
Because that's the goal. I think that sounds all right.
Yeah, it
Will
sounds
Ferrell's
fine.
a producer. It sounds like the sort of thing that is exactly the Netflix's
Yeah, sounds right
bread
up
and
their
butter.
street. I mean, we've done films with both of those two ladies in.
Yeah.
They're both bottom of the stream along. So they must have other Netflix projects out there.
It's
and they're
weird-
both great. So
Yeah. It's just weird that that's where Netflix will draw the line.
yeah.
I'd like to know the story behind that.
Aquafina, she's one of the most famous women in the world.
She's
isn't
hot.
She is hot.
She
in more
is-
ways than one.
Yeah.
And she was in Shang-Chi.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
she's like top billing. Why are they letting films with her go?
And Sandra Oh's done a lot of work
Yeah.
with Netflix as well.
She has. She did that one recently.
The Chair.
The Chair.
The
yeah.
series, yeah.
Maybe they just don't like her.
Talking of rumours, we know something we do know is how much Netflix likes He Man and the Masters of the Universe.
They certainly seem to. It's becoming like Netflix and He Man are the same thing.
Because we've had Kevin Smith's
Yeah.
animated series.
Yeah.
At the same time, we had the more kid-friendly
Yeah.
animated series. There's a bit of detective work here, and Netflix hasn't announced anything official, but there is some rumblings that we might not be far away from an announcement by Netflix that they have nabbed the live-action
Oh,
rights as well.
live action He Man.
Yeah.
You could do that. You could do that so well. If you do that proper campy, cast that right, that could be brilliant.
Yes.
I don't
Now-
know
There's several things that have led to this sort of rumour.
Yeah.
One of those is that 2 years ago, so 2019, when Sony had the rights, they did actually cast Noah Centineo
Oh, really?
as He-Man.
That works. I'd take that.
He exited the project earlier this year, and Netflix then later this year, sometime I think it was summertime. I remember I was talking about it. Signed a deal with Sony
Right.
to have first look on a lot of their projects.
Right.
So there is a link there.
That's why all the Spider-Man films appeared, I imagine.
Exactly. A guy who's had good results with some scoops before, by the name of Giant Freaking Robot, has said that he's heard a deal is coming to Netflix, and that they've even chose their script.
Wow, okay.
Um,
But Noah Centineo has exited the project
yes.
until Netflix get it
Yeah.
back.
The most concrete bit of evidence, though, is that I think, and again, we've mentioned this place before. Production Weekly.
Yeah.
Sort of notes just upcoming slots that have
Yeah.
been booked for stages and locations and that for movies, and they've got a listing for Masters of the Universe.
Oh, okay.
Now there's no details on who is
Who's
producing
producing it, but somebody is.
Yeah, and there's even a synopsis.
Okay.
Shall I read it out?
Please.
In a distant and mystical land, wimpy Prince Adam leads the life of royalty. Unknown to all but a few close allies, Prince Adam is actually He Man. Together with his friends, He Man battles the evil Skeletor and his minions for control of the world, and more importantly, for the control, power, and honour of Grayskull, the mysterious castle from which He Man derives his powers. So no detail whatsoever.
Nothing
That's
at all.
just
It's just the
what
He-Man
He-Man is.
synopsis. Yeah. Who would you cast? He's relatively young, isn't he? So you're looking youngish.
Do you think you have to do a...
It's too old for any of the Chris's, isn't it?
Yeah. Because I was just thinking of Chris Evans, not to be in it, but I was just thinking, would you go like the Captain America route, where they skinnyfy him for
Yeah.
Steve Rogers? when he's a wimp. But He-Man's like,
Jacked.
would you do it the other way? And you'd have to like Hulk him up.
Bulk up a young boy.
Yeah, to be a
I realise what I said.
to be a balloon arms and all that sort of thing.
Maybe.
Just don't give it to The Rock.
No.
That's just lazy.
There's got to be somebody younger than that.
Prince Adam's only a youngster.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know any youngsters who could do it. Timothy Chalamet's too much of a wimp. I tell you what, going back to Spider-Man briefly, Tom Holland is fucking jacked. Apparently, he started filming Spider-Man 2 days after he finished Uncharted.
Right.
And that Uncharted movie's made him massive.
Okay.
He's massive.
He's still little though, isn't he?
He's little and he's still quite boyish, but
Yeah.
his body is incredible. It just is. He gets his body out in the first scene of the film. But I was like, Jesus, I didn't realise he was that big.
He's not He-Man big.
He's not He-Man big. He's Spider-Man big.
Yeah.
Plus, you couldn't play He-Man and Spider-Man.
I wouldn't be against Noah Centineo.
I wouldn't either. I don't know if he's a little bit older himself as well.
Yeah,
now.
probably.
He's going to be 30 by the time it comes out.
I also want the blonde bob, please.
100%. You can't do He-Man without the blonde Bob. I thought that was one of the character names. I was looking at the screen like, which one's blonde Bob? Who's the guy behind him?
Man at Arms.
Man at Arms. He looks a bit like who's the guy who plays J. Jonah Jameson?
Oh, J.K. Simmons.
He looks like J.K. Simmons.
He'd make a good Man at Arms.
He would.
Oh, well done.
I'm up for
First
that.
piece of casting. Done.
I'm up for that. Well, you can't have Tom Holland then. They can't be like, together in two films. I don't know. We'll think about that. Let's have that chat in the Discord.
Okay.
People come at us. Let us know who you think should play
Who's your
He-Man.
He-Man?
Who's your true life He-Man? And don't say me or Nick. We're too busy.
Yeah, and we can't bring Dolph Lundgren back, although I'm sure he'd pitch.
No,
for
you've got to be like in the right age world. Next.
2 weeks in a row, we're going to talk about this guy,
Okay.
the skinny bitch himself.
Your impression last week of Princess Carolyn from BoJack Horseman went down a storm.
Did it?
People loved it.
Because I can't remember it. I don't think I could repeat it.
I've saved some clips of it, so if you
That's
ever want to hear it again,
The podcast is out there forever.
it is. Check out last week's Wave, Nick's impression of Princess Carolyn.
I'm sure your David Fincher was fine as well.
That
But
was just my voice.
David Fincher is another guy, like Spike Lee. He has a deal with Netflix.
He does.
We are starting to get details now of his next movie.
Okay.
It is called The Killer. And
Excellent.
he is reteaming for the first time since, I want to say 1995. I don't know if I've quite got the year right, but it's about then.
If you asked me to guess, I would have said 1995 as well. So
With
I'm with you.
Andrew Kevin Walker, who was the screenwriter of Seven,
Yeah.
obviously, which Fincher directed. The Killer will star Michael Fassbender. It is based...
Not a huge fan of Fassbender, I'm not going to lie. You were right, 7's 1995.
Oh, yes, get in. It's based on a graphic novel series.
Okay.
And it's basically about a contract killer who has a bit of a mental breakdown. I mean, yeah, a psychological crisis indeed is how it's described in the synopsis. That sounds like it's up my alley. I like Fincher. Seven's one of my favourite films ever.
Yeah. I haven't seen 7 in years. I might have to do a
Just
rewatch.
getting
of
in
7.
that sort of creepiness.
Yeah.
That could
Fassbender
be cool.
can be creepy.
Yeah, I'm a bit with you. I'm
He's in 2 of the worst films I've ever seen, and I
not
can't
quite
really get
convinced
past that.
about the guy. Oh, what are they?
The Snowman, which wasn't necessarily his fault.
Yeah, Walking in the Air.
It wasn't finished.
Was
when
it the
came out.
adaptation of that?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't finished when it came out, and it's just a mess.
Yeah.
And then the Assassin's Creed film,
Do you know what?
god awful film.
It's funny you mentioned that because I was going through Netflix the other day and I was like, I kind of want to watch that.
Don't.
Yeah, but I kind of do. I know it's supposed to be terrible.
It is terrible.
But I don't. That's I think I played like I think maybe the second one was game when it like really blew up. I really like that.
The games are great.
Yeah, I know. I was like,
the film is not.
yeah, but I want to see it. See how bad it is.
Maybe it is one of those. I don't know. I don't walk out of the cinema. I've never walked out of a cinema.
Yeah. Oh, you saw it at the cinema?
I saw it in the cinema. I've never walked out of a cinema. That's the closest I've ever been.
Really?
Yeah. I was very close.
Is he bad in it, or is the whole thing just
It's just
an
terrible.
absolute
It's
shambles?
just a mess. But it's not as bad as The Snowman. That's much worse.
That's like a
There's
Scandinavian crime.
But it wasn't finished.
Yeah.
The director admitted afterwards that they didn't film 25% of the script,
Wow.
which is a lot of
How
film.
does that happen?
And then, so he's just had to piece something together. And it literally makes no sense.
That's crazy.
It's awful.
What a Fassbender.
One of my favourite facts about Michael Fassbender is I used to subscribe to Empire magazine.
Yeah.
And they did a story on him once. And it was a double page spread.
Yeah.
But the F got lost in the crease of the page.
Oh.
I kept it for ages. It was really funny.
That must be on purpose.
It's
Well, not on purpose, but
I don't think because when you're doing when you've done design on a computer, you don't see that fold.
yeah, but they must take that into account, surely.
But they didn't. It was very funny. What's next?
So I'm excited about that Fincher movie.
Yeah, same.
And then I found out about this series in the works from Netflix, which I am also very excited about. It is called The Hated.
Okay, that sounds good already. I like the title.
It's a Western.
Nice.
I do like a Western. I think I'm still on a high from like The Harder They Fall.
I've still not seen that. I need to watch that.
It's great. It's properly good.
And I really want to watch that one that Idris Elba made as well. Was it Idris Elba with a kid from Stranger Things? A few months ago.
Oh, Urban Cowboy.
Urban Cowboy.
Is that what I think that's what it's called?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, I've
never got to that either.
Really
So
good.
they're both on my list. I just never got to them.
You confused me then because Idris Elba's in The Harder They Fall as well.
Oh, is he? Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, The Hated is also based on a graphic novel. Is described as equal parts spaghetti western and revenge saga. It's set in an alternate reality in which the American Civil War ended differently and the country was split into two. Focuses on the lead character of Araminta Free, a bounty hunter who specialises in crossing the border into the Confederacy and liberating slaves.
That sounds good.
It sounds really good, doesn't it?
And it's a show.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. No cast, no date, but yeah, strong female lead, and yeah, it sounds awesome.
Does sound awesome. Cool.
So yeah, we'll keep you informed as we get
Definitely
more
keep you
news
informed on that one.
on that one.
Is that it?
That's all the news.
Good news.
I thought some really interesting ones there.
Good news. Not good news isn't actually finished the news. Well done.
Okay.
Good news.
A good set of news.
A good set of news.
I've also got a list.
Okay, I love a list. You know
I think might be interesting to talk about. Now, this is from proper newspaper, British newspaper, The Independent.
Okay.
They have ranked the Netflix original Christmas movies.
Oh wow, there's quite a few of them these days.
Yeah, I don't think they've done all of them, but there's like I think there's about 17 here.
There's 17 on the list.
Okay, we can maybe do all of them. We'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see how we go. Now they ranked them on, I think it's wackiness.
Yeah, it says here they're just on how ridiculous they are.
Okay, so we're not getting on quality, just how ridiculous. I think I might have. I was going to say embarrassingly, but I think I will have seen a lot of these.
That'd be interesting to see how many you have seen and how many I've seen, because there won't be as many.
So which one did they name the most ridiculous of them all? So 17 is Holiday. Yeah, I've seen that. That was only out last year. That's all right. That's Emma Roberts.
Yes. I have not seen that.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
I wish we'd have seen this last week, and then we could have maybe picked better film off the randomizer.
It's not how the randomizer
put some better films on the randomizer for it to pick.
Well, the problem is if I've seen a lot of them, we might be in trouble.
Yeah, true. There is that.
That would discount them. Holiday Rush is 16. I've not heard of that one.
No, normally.
This article in The Independent says it is a genuinely wholesome film.
Oh.
About a single father of 4 who's let go from his job, forced to downsize, buys a radio station, makes everyone happy. Yeah, Christmas happens.
Doesn't sound that ridiculous, though.
No, which is why it's quite low down,
True,
I guess.
Yeah.
15 is one that's just out this year, I believe, Single All the Way. That is I think it's about a gay couple getting together, I believe. Yeah. Because I've seen the trailer. I have not seen that movie.
Okay, normally.
14 is Holiday in the Wild. I think that's Christmas on Safari, basically. 13, Love Hard. That's new as well. That's this year.
Love Hard?
Yeah.
Is that like a love version of Die Hard?
That would be good. I think it's about catfishing.
Oh, Netflix love a catfishing
Yeah,
film,
they do, don't they? Number 12 is Let It Snow.
I just want to point out, so far I've not seen any of these.
No, I've not seen this one either. This is about teenager Julie who fails to recognise pop star Stuart on a train home. And then they end up getting together. Number 11 is Christmas Inheritance, which apparently has Andy McDowell in it.
Of course it does.
And looks like it's about a spoilt rich girl who learns the meaning of Christmas.
Sounds truly terrible.
I don't think we're getting that ridiculous so far.
No, they don't seem
Number
that
10 is A Castle for Christmas. Brooke Shields and Carrie Elwes in Scotland. Scotland at Christmas. That's that one.
Is he the guy from Saw? He is.
Yeah. Number 9, Operation Christmas Drop.
That is on the Christmas randomizer.
Yeah.
I recognise that name.
That stars Kat Graham,
Okay.
who was in this film
Yeah,
that we're
we
watching
just
this week.
yeah.
Which leads on to number 8, The Holiday Calendar.
Which is the film that we're watching.
Which we will talk about on Thursday. And I would say it's fairly ridiculous given it's about a fortune-telling advent calendar that may or may not be magical.
I've got some thoughts on that advent calendar, so we'll discuss those on Thursday.
Number 7, A Christmas Prince.
Yep, that sounds so.
That's Rose
generic.
McIver out of iZombie,
Okay.
who just marries a prince. Number 6 is A Christmas Prince 2,
Oh.
The Royal Wedding.
Why is that one more ridiculous than the first one? Oh.
Apparently because
I've just read that.
the prince's sister is an elite computer hacker.
Of course she is.
Number 5 is A Christmas Prince 3. Wow, you
Oh,
could
they're
do the
just
whole trilogy.
Generally getting more ridiculous as they go.
More of the same, but this time they're trying to stop a deadly curse.
Of course they are.
Fine, you got to up the ante on these things.
Christmas.
Number 4, The Princess Switch. That's Vanessa Hudgens, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah. Number 3, The Princess Switch 3.
I feel like they've given up on this list towards the end because they're sequels.
Number 2, The Princess Switch 2. Hey, it's good work for these people.
The Princess Switch 2 switched again.
Yeah, switch
so if
harder.
they switch once and then switch back in the second one, that's
They've
just
not
normal.
switched.
It's just normal life.
And number 1, The Night Before Christmas. Night with a K.
That's also Cat Graham.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, and I think the same guy who's also in this film. I think they're both in it.
For this is a knight who is transported forward in time. And Christmas and love, and there you go. I mean, it's a whole cottage industry, isn't it?
Yeah,
Churning out a Christmas movie for Netflix.
it is. It was easy money, isn't it? They're not difficult to make. I imagine there's just one set somewhere.
Sure.
It's just covered in snow.
Move
all
the
time
last
and just
last production off.
Get
move
off
the
and
next
get
one
the
on.
next one on. They just churn them out like anything, can't they? But yeah, I think both the people from the Holiday Calendar and the Nightmare Before Christmas, the Night Before Christmas. Good list. I enjoyed that. They all sound ridiculous. I haven't seen any of them except for one
I've seen less than I anticipated.
because
so
the one I've seen is the
feel
one we're
better
talking
about
about on Thursday. I don't know. It feels weird to sit here on my own and watch a Christmas film, but maybe it's not.
I don't know because
I'm not going to sit here and watch The Princess Switch.
no, of course. And I wouldn't sit.
I'm
and
the
watch...
Christmassiest person as well. I love Christmas. But
Yeah, I do as well.
Don't
when
know
some
if the traditional Christmas films I don't mind watching on my own, but I wouldn't watch any of them on my own.
I see. It depends because maybe it's just like what you're familiar with and what you used. Because I wouldn't watch if I was in on my own. I was like, oh, I fancy a Christmas movie. I wouldn't watch any of them.
No, I wouldn't.
But I remember probably was 2 years ago when we were allowed to do things. I believe I was like my kids were in bed and Mrs. was out. I sat and I watched National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation on my own.
I would do that. I would watch that one on my own. But these newer, I don't know.
Well, you said you watched Home Alone 2
I did watch Home Alone 2 the other day. I'd watch The Nightmare Before Christmas. I watched Santa Claus the movie every Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
I always have done since I was since I was a child. But yeah, it just seems a bit weird to watch one of these Netflix ones because they're all romantic love stories. They're not Christmas films, are they? They're just romantic love stories with Christmas trees behind them.
Yeah.
They're all the same. They're just generic Christmas. They're not even Christmas movies, are they? They're romance. They're chick flicks.
It's just bubblegum to put in the background, isn't it? While
100%.
But then there's good ones. So why can't you do that with the?
Strange,
It's
isn't it?
reason is why like Christmas 24 exists, doesn't it?
Yeah.
From
And Hallmark and
1st of November to the about mid-January or something like that.
We have at work this week. We've had a Christmas radio station on.
Right.
It's been a tough week.
All Christmas songs?
All
non-stop?
Christmas songs all day.
Wow.
No DJ. Just non-stop.
Wow.
Non-stop.
I mean, there's not that many, is there?
No. We figured out there's a 2-hour rotation.
Oh,
so
that's rough.
But they weren't always played in the same order. But the same songs were coming on every 2 hours. Yeah, it was rough. It got turned off.
I mean, there's more Christmas songs than 2 hours worth.
Yeah, there are. There was no Cliff Richard in the whole rotation. I've not heard a Cliff Richard song all week. I know it's fine. But it seems weird because at one point he was like the king of Christmas songs. Not a single one of them. It was weird. It got turned off at about 11 o'clock this morning. I think somebody finally had
I'm not surprised.
the fill of it. But yeah, it was spinning. But we usually have Radio 1 on, so it was much better than having that on. What's next? Have you watched anything good at the top of the stream?
I've not watched too much.
Same. I haven't either this week. It's been a busy week.
Because there's stuff, it's just that general sort of, it's a really busy week like the week before Christmas because you've got to like just do shopping and get things ready at home and just try and finish everything at work.
Yeah.
So I don't think I've watched much.
I've
watched the first 2 episodes of Hawkeye.
Oh, okay.
Which, again, probably can't really spoil.
No, probably not.
But I really enjoyed it. I only watched, I think there's 4 or 5 up there now.
Yeah, there's a few up now.
I watched the first 2. Hawkeye's not in the first 2 loads.
Oh.
So...
Because he's the worst Avenger.
Well, this is what...
As we've discussed before.
This is what we seem to say. But
mainly because it winds Wayne up, if we're honest, but it's true.
But I really liked Haley Steinfeld in it. I think she was excellent.
Okay,
in the first 2 episodes.
Cool.
I'm sure Jeremy Renner will increase his part.
He'll turn up at some point.
Oh no, he's in it. He's in it. Just a little bit.
I will get to. I'm going to wait till that's all out, I think, and then just binge it.
I think there's 1 left. And that's
there's
it.
only 6.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just probably just binge it over Christmas.
Yeah, fine.
Just do that. Anything else?
It is a Christmas set
Yeah,
as well.
Yeah, it is. Yes, I heard that.
There you go. I think that's about it. How about you?
I haven't watched a lot myself. Like I say, I went to the cinema last night.
Yeah.
So that takes a whole night out.
Sure.
Watching these films takes a whole night out. Watching our films for the show and editing takes my nights out. So I don't get a chance to watch a lot really.
Oh, I just remembered something else.
How rude.
I'll forget otherwise.
Okay.
But I don't know if I can say I've actually watched it. I wanted to try, and this because I spoke to our friend of the show Alex a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And we were talking about the Beatles documentary that's on Disney Plus.
He's raving about that.
Which I went to check out. I'd heard it was long.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, fine. If it's 8 hours long, but that's like 8 episodes or whatever.
Yeah, it's not though, is it?
It's 3 episodes. They're all like nearly 3 hours long. So I put one on.
Why do you think they've done that?
That's Peter Jackson, isn't it? It's what he does.
True. If you've got something that's 8 hours, why don't you just make 8 1-hour episodes?
Because he'd rather go, here's my
magnum opus.
2 hour, 53-minute documentary, which is part 1 of 3.
It's the Lord of the Rings of the Beatles.
I put one on and just in the background sort of I was doing some other stuff and kind of watching it and then found myself sort of not doing the other stuff.
Just watching it.
Because I was just watching it. And I think I finished the first one. It's fascinating.
Really?
Yeah, it kind of put me in a bit of a trance.
Oh, wow.
Because it's just fly on the wall and then there's a few subtitles helping with some of the context.
Yeah, because there's like no narrator or anything, is there?
Yeah.
Interesting.
The restoration on it is awesome.
Yeah, I've heard that.
It looks beautiful. And it's weird seeing these let's say historical figures.
yeah, they are.
Like just there in colour and just pissing around and swearing, and Paul McCartney just knocks out one of the most famous songs of all time in about 2 minutes of strumming on a guitar.
It's mad. Maybe I will check it out. It daunts me because
I don't think I'll commit to say I'll get to the end because I don't know if I would, but because I don't know if it could hold me through the whole lot. I don't know.
Maybe if you just put it on while you're doing something again, the same thing will happen again.
Yeah,
but it is quite daunting that it's that long.
Yeah,
I'll check it out.
Cool. Carry on.
What was I saying?
I can't remember. That was like 5 minutes ago.
So rude. I finished Inside Job.
Oh yes,
that's excellent.
Yeah,
it's a good little animation. As the story goes on, you kind of get involved with the characters a bit more as well. So it's good. The last 2 episodes are brilliant.
Excellent.
There's one where they go to the moon that's brilliant. It's so funny. So funny. So definitely check that out.
Yeah, I watched the first one and never went back, but not because I didn't like it.
Definitely go back to it. It's good. I also watched a show. I'm not sure how to pronounce this show. I've only seen 1 episode of it so far.
Okay.
It's spelled Voir.
So
I'll go for voir.
I'll go for the French, yeah.
Film voir. This is basically a documentary about films.
So I've heard it described as the posh version of the movies that made us.
It is the posh version. Yeah, that's a great way to describe it. But it's basically the one I've watched is on Jaws.
Yeah,
and it's more like a podcast. So there's a woman talking, and it's basically her experience of Jaws when the film came out and how she experienced it. So she went to the cinema like 14 times in the summer to watch it, and it's how that film changed her and how she became in the industry because of that film. It was only like 15 minutes long.
So there's no like footage from the film. It's just one person's experience of the.
Yeah, it's one person. It's like a podcast. It's one person's experience of the film with some this footage that's been filmed to make it look like it's kids running around watching Jaws in the 70s. But yeah, it's quite interesting. There's more of them. I don't know what the other episodes are. So I don't look that far, but I just had to spare like 20 minutes, so I'll just stick one of them on. Ross recommended it.
Yeah,
so
that's cool.
I'll give it a go. And I quite enjoyed it, so I watched one of them. So I'll go back to some more of them. Dexter, still watching that. Still
Yeah.
excellent. It's been really, really good. It's been better than it's got any right to.
Okay. Must be nearly done now, isn't
I think that was episode 6.
it? Okay.
I think there's,
So it won't finish before Christmas.
no, I think there's a few more to go yet. It's took a turn that I wasn't expecting it to take. Certainly this early in the series.
Okay. Fine.
Well, I think that's it. I haven't really watched anything else. I finished The Outlaws.
Oh, yeah, the Stephen
The
Merchant.
Stephen Merchant
show.
thing. I finished that. I quite enjoyed that. I thought it ended quite well. But like you said a couple of weeks ago, it's left it open for.
Yeah, I was just expecting it as a
one and done.
The series would end things off, and it was quite a light-hearted ending, wasn't it? I was like, I'm not sure if this is in tone with what I've seen before. I didn't dislike it. It just
Apparently they
took me by surprise.
it got commissioned for a second season because Christopher Walken was stuck in the country.
Okay.
So like, you might as well use him, make a second season.
Oh,
So they
fine.
just went straight off. It's already done.
Yeah.
It's already recorded. They just did it back to back. So I don't know when it will come out, but that's quite exciting. But I really enjoyed that. I've not finished Hellbound.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if that says more about Hellbound than it does about me. I did watch one more.
Right. So you've got one left.
I've got one left. So I will watch it.
Yeah.
But I can't say I'm like fully into it.
Fine.
Which I know you said it was better than Squid Game, but
I preferred it, but
I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
But it's not drawing me in to want to watch the finale, I must admit.
that's all right.
But I will. I'll watch it at some point. So I've got one left of that.
Good.
I think that's it. Would you like to extend your rod over here?
Yes, please. Here you go.
Thank you. So we started a new show this week.
Yeah, we did.
We started an Icelandic show this week.
Yeah.
Because of course we did. Why
course.
wouldn't we?
Yeah, why not?
Who knew that the Icelandic people made TV shows? What do you think? Well, I'll probably say what it's called. It's called Katla.
Yeah, we should say.
Kata. It's about a volcano.
I really liked it.
I did as well.
What happens in this show? So basically, I love the setting. First of all,
Yeah, it's beautiful.
My question from last week, will this look beautiful, was instantly answered.
Yes.
Yes, it will. This is a town on the edge of a volcano that is mid-eruption and has been erupting for months and months and months.
I think
and
it said a
months.
year. I
Yeah.
think it said it was coming up for a year that this volcano's just been erupting.
So basically, you've got a hotel and an outpost for the
Yeah,
scientists to come in.
the town's been evacuated, but
Yeah.
a few
There's a
key
skeleton
residents
crew.
have been left behind.
Which is a great setting and premise right
Yeah.
at the start. And that is before an ash-covered woman walks out of the volcano.
Yeah, very bizarre.
With little memory of how she got there.
She has no memory of how she got there, and she has no memory of who she is really.
Yeah. But she has been to the town before.
Yes, she recognised some of the people in the town.
Yeah.
They figured out a name, didn't they? Or did she give?
She said a name.
She
Yeah.
said her name, and then she speaks to herself, which was very strange.
Yeah.
So
Because it turns out she's a younger version of a woman who worked in the hotel for a summer
yeah,
20 years ago.
yeah,
Who
but
and-
who still exists
Yes,
somewhere in
because
the world?
that was a twist. Because I was like, oh, it's going to be some sort of she's
Reincarnated,
replaced
zombie,
her or
basically,
something.
yeah.
But no, the actual woman still exists. So
Yeah. So she's a duplicate or a clone. Or
I'm
something.
absolutely fascinated. I thought it was
Can't
a
wait to
great
find out what's going on.
tease. My concern is the tease going to be better than
There's a lot of it to go.
what this actually is?
There's 8 episodes of this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought it was an excellent first episode.
I agree. I really enjoyed it, but
I
am
already at the
I
back
am
of my
cautious about the rest of it. I
I'm
must admit.
already at the back of my mind thinking, are my questions going to be... Is it more interesting not knowing some of the... I don't know if I'm going to be satisfied by...
We'll see.
I don't know.
Don't know.
We've been let down by this sort of thing before. That's all I'm saying.
We have. That's true.
But I
No,
had a
but
great time
for
watching
this
it.
ep-
It
if
was a
you're going-
quality episode.
If you're going episode by episode, I've really enjoyed that.
It was creepy. It was interesting.
Good
Good acting, I thought.
When it finished, I wanted to go on to the second one.
Yeah, me too.
So that's always got to say
Good
something.
cliffhanger.
Yeah. So we'll get on to the second one next week. But yeah, very much enjoyed it. Really enjoyed
It always... Katla, though, reminds me of that Cooler Shaker song,
it.
which isn't quite called that, and I can't remember what it is
No, not me.
called. But
It didn't. It had a nice look to it, but it wasn't. I wouldn't say it was like beautiful scenery. It was just the setting was nice, wasn't it? There was like snow and ash everywhere.
Yeah.
But it was still like it looked nice. Didn't look like you want to be there, but it was nice to look at. And the effect of the volcano going off was really nice
yes, it was.
because it's always just in the background. You can just hear it all the time, and you can see it in most scenes as well. Just this ash cloud behind them. So they seem to be a safe enough distance away.
Yeah,
It's not like they're being rained in ash all the time.
yeah, because
But
like the
occasionally they
volcano's
do.
up on the glacier, isn't it?
Yeah.
And,
So occasionally they do get covered in ash, but not enough that it's going to...
well, because the town is covered in ash, and
Yeah.
there's a guy walking around constantly sweeping the roads and the roofs.
What a fruitless job.
Yeah.
But no, I'm in for it. I'm up for the next one.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Me
We'll
too.
see we'll see how it goes. But like you say, I'm not sure if there's enough story to carry it for 8 hours.
Was it your favourite Icelandic show you've ever seen?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know if I've seen another one.
I don't think so.
Is there any famous Icelandic people?
Bjork?
Oh, yeah, she was from Iceland, wasn't she? She's about as famous as it gets.
Probably. Some footballers, but yeah, Bjork, I think.
Cool. Anything else? How long have we done? Oh, we've done 50 minutes. That'll do.
I think I'm waved out.
Yeah, I think we've fully waved up. Good wave, Nick. So
Good wave, Adam.
come back on Thursday for I guess it's our Christmas special.
Sure.
Christmas episode. So come back on Thursday for that and we'll talk to you about the holiday calendar.
Cheers.
Bye.